evening, and welcome to another session of Arts to Tryon Studio. I'm Ellie Tryon. I'm your host, artist, guiding you through this session. And I'm doing another family member, portrait of another family member. This is one I have. Well, the first one I didn't meet. I have never met my great grandfather. He had died before I was even born. And of course, I did know my great grandmother, and that was the one I just finished up. I am now doing my grandfather. This is John Joseph Henley. Um, I have never met him. By the time I even knew that he existed, I was around 9, 10 years old, and I got to meet that side of the family. He and my grandmother had been divorced, so I really did not get to know uh, John Joseph at all. So, and from what I gather, it's probably for the best, whatever that may be. Sometimes you don't need to know everybody in the family. It's not always best thing for you. Um, well, anyway, this is John Joseph, and but I find doing these portraits that, especially when you're doing family members, is that you can see certain features that you have, and it's interesting. When I was doing my great grandmother, I definitely have her lips. And now that I'm going to be doing John Joseph here, which is kind of interesting, um, is the earlobe. I definitely have the no earlobe type thing. And this is probably also where the light eyes come from that I have. And he has in the family. Oh, hello, Adam. Well, all men have that. That's the thing of it. But the earlobe, the no earlobe, is something that I probably inherited from the uh, Henley side of the family. Um, I know that my great grandmother and grandmother both had earlobes, and they would wear clip earrings, and I cannot wear clip earrings unless I want to kill my ears. So this here is John Joseph, and I'm going to be doing old Johnny, another Johnny. John's run in the family, I think. I had a brother John. My mother liked the name, and I think that's part of the thing is wanting to give one of her sons, her her grandfather, and I should say her great grandfather, and her father's name along the way. And still stupid. I'm not going to address that. You may or may not be stupid. I have no idea. I find that most men are probably not as bright as they think they are, but that's only my own personal opinion. So, what did you do this week that makes you stupid? Obviously, you must have done something. Like these collars that they had in this time period. I have no idea when this one was particularly painted. I mean, taken this photograph, but it's kind of interesting to see these huge collars that they did. Oh, you do stupid things. Oh, yeah, well, it's always good to know that you're good with history. I would prefer that to being stupid in history because I live in a country where we have lots of people that are stupid about history. And when I say stupid, I really do mean stupid. I mean, we have people that have no idea what's really in the Constitution, and they vote. Okay, let me put this here. Yeah, I have a shell ear, and that's probably where this came from. That yeah, right there's got to stop. Having no earlobe. Oh, yeah, I like history, literature, some geography. I would like to have learned some different languages, but that didn't happen. I've tried, but I was later in life trying to learn different languages, and that doesn't come off as well as when you were younger. That's probably the stupidity of our school system here, insisting that if you were from a working class family, you didn't need to learn all those fancy languages. I have learned a little bit of Spanish, German. I can't speak them fluently, but I do know some things. Oh, I like mythology, and I will argue mythology with some people because that's what all religions are, mythology. But people don't like to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that every religion in the world is a mythology. I'm terrible at it. Yeah, German, well, actually, German and English have a lot in common. A lot of words in German are very similar to English because basically English is a Germanic language. Like, for instance, water and Wasser, same same word, basically. It's kind of interesting, I think, that way. And yeah, you learn from certain things that are similar. Uh, when you hear the word Strasse, which means street, for, in if it was English, it would be street. Listen to how similar they are. No, I don't speak any of those language except maybe a little tiny, itty bitty, witty bit of French. Um, but I read it better than I speak it because when I did take French in school, that's how they taught it to you, is like you were reading it. So I know how to read it. Oh, God, that was in junior high school. Okay, nose. Bottom of that nose to this eyeball here. Yeah, I got it in the right place. And then his lips. Uh, no, I did not get his lips. That's for certain. Maybe I feel lucky that way because it looks like he has a very wide mouth. I've got that down perfect. You can teach me a little Hungarian. I need to hear. Don't I have to hear it? I don't know how I'd learn Hungarian if I can't hear it. Yeah, but I would have to know learn how to say things, and that would be difficult, wouldn't it, if I never heard Hungarian spoken? Although, yeah, I'm always interested in learning different languages, even if it's just to say hi. Yes, I would like a cup of tea or coffee, um, things like that. For other people that are stopping in, please say hi to us. Uh, okay, how would I pronounce that with the Z or the S? Zir, Zirlik? How's that? Zirlik? Zia means hi. Okay, Zia. Is it Zia or Sia? Almost. See, it's going to be hard this way. Zero, like, see, almost, see. Oh, so the Z is kind of a silent, so it's more of an S sound. Zirit, sirt, sirit, no stress on the Z, so siritlek, sirlek, sirlek. Tell me if I, yes, sirlek. Okay, and what does that mean? Oh, it means I love you. Ah, how lovely. Okay. Okay, sirlek. Yeah, it means yes. I got that. I realize that there's times that you're going to have, you're trying to type fast of an easy word. Okay. Barak, peach. Well, I love barak. So sirak, 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 sirtek, sirlek, barak. I love peach. Sirlek, barak. Is that what I would say? Not exactly how you say the love peach. Was it barak, sirlek? Backwards? I know certain languages it's backwards from English, or at least different than English. Hungarian is tricky. Oh, well. See, growing up with it probably makes it easier for you, but for me, it would be tricky. Okay. So, how would I say I love peaches? Barak Serlek. Serlek. Like, I'm going to go with that until you tell me different. So ember is men. Ember is men. Okay. Ember neck to people. Ek is people. Emberek. Emberek. Er is for the people. Okay, so Emberek. Kurt. We have little words at the end, sometimes in front of the words, changes the meaning, and we have a lot of these words. So it's annoying to learn. Oh, well, except if you're a kid and you grow up with it, right? Then you just know it automatically, and life goes on, and you're in good shape. Well, this guy, he would have known how to speak Gaelic. So, which I know for a fact he did, because my mother would talk about her great grandmother, and his mother would be out in the yard hanging up clothes, and they did not like each other. They lived next door to each other. And she said, Mrs. Henley would say something in Gaelic because she's so, I love peaches is so, Zerlim is love, Zerlik is I love you, Zerati is to love. I want to say I love peaches. Yes, I want to say I love peaches. Say Zeratem e baraka. Zeratem a baralok. How's that? Did I come even close? Was I in the neighborhood? Not that bad. Okay. And and that's not even being able to hear the language. So, okay. So now we have this comes up here like this. Let me come down here. This is that right underneath his chin to, yep, I got that right. And then this comes here to the back. And then this collar comes down like this, and this collar here. This is his pie that's in there. I think what I'm going to do is make this all, the background, all dark. Go right into the shirt, into the suit. And just leave the white of the shirt as my big thing. Fina Orchid. Okay, somewhere to finish. It's the same. Whoa. Magashi Underground. Magashi Underground. Sounds Japanese. Magashi is very certain to finish because it's the same language. Finno-Uric. Ugnic Hungarian. Oh, well, languages that I know how to speak are, they call Indo-European. The Gaelic, even Germanic languages are Indo-European. Because if you notice, the Indian language and Gaelic language have a lot in common. Elven. Oh, that's possible. What's interesting about this going to be is his hair's really dark. Sound like we're singing. Gaelic can be that way too. If you ever heard anyone speak Welsh, it sounds like they're singing. That's another Gaelic language group. I got a chance to hear that when I was over in England and went over to Ireland. Beautiful language. There's a lot of languages that are very musical like, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so if I do this, I'm trying to get the lights and darks in here right. See if I can get this here. It's got to be right too. Right by the bottom of the ear. So if I got to bring that in. Oh, okay, wait a minute, hold on. This here to here to here. There to there. Okay, so then when I get to the cheekbone, it's down to there. Cheekbones there, got that. Then here, oh, it comes in a little bit. So there to there, there to there. Okay. This is all this measuring part that I have to do. That's all this here. Okay. And this here to here, this here to here. This is where it comes in. Okay, right there comes in. Gotta bring that in more here. Oh, well, then you're a Leo. Okay. So Stella's annoying question. What do you want for your birthday? And I told her, okay, if you give you an answer, women don't want to hear that. Try again. Try again, my friend. You're losing it. You want to give her more than herself. She's trying to give you something more than that. So you've got to be aware of that. So if you couldn't have her, you're always horny. Okay. She knows you. Okay. So what else would you like besides her? If you had to have something else, what would it be? Men are horny. Come on, you think with that thing that's right there at the bottom of your between. I think there was this psychologist. There was a psychologist that did a study on male female relations, and one of the things he noticed was that how many times men thought of sex versus how many times women thought of sex. Women think more of a romantic love than a sexual love. Oh, that it being in, oh, it's being in love. Okay. For men, that's your idea of being in love, is the sexual act. But for women, it is not. Sex act is just the byproduct. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's true. It's a byproduct. Something men never want to hear. What do you mean it's a byproduct? Well, it's not something we think of first. Well, cuddling and holding her is nice, but that's not a gift. She wants to give you something that you, when she's not around, reminds you of her. Think of that. That's the way you need to think. What can she give me that would make me think of her when she's not around? If she's not with you all the time, I mean, good heavens, that would be stressful. Yeah, well, that's just a byproduct. Like I said, it's not something that you need to have all the time. Think of something that would remind you of her when she's not around. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not it. God, you are immature. Something that would remind you of her when she's not, her hair band on a stick. Thing you guys don't know how to use. Oh, gee, heavens. Something that will remind you of her when she is not around, and it cannot be a personal object she has worn. Something that's a little bit more lovely. Well, no, 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 no. Oh, heaven, dear God. Ah, okay, Sunday, you get Stella on here, and I'll talk to her about how she needs to smack you around a little bit. Oh, heavens. Sending you to the sofa is not working. You don't like celebrating your birthday, but think of it as something you can give to her. That your birthday is something you can give to her. Think I This needs to be up. Yeah, I need to make this up higher like that. This needs to be here like that. And this here is there, there, and this here is like that. It's like this part, his hair in the background almost blend in together. I can remember my grandmother saying his hair was so dark, so so dark that it looked black. Okay, well then tell her you want something that she's made with her own hands and that reminds her of you. That might be where you need to go with this, rather than trying to tell her that you don't want a gift. Tell her you want something that she's made with her hands and shows off her talent. What do you think? Now, you don't have to tell her you want a mug or a pot or something like that. Just tell her that you want something she's made personally, that it's a personal thing that she's made and that will have more meaning for you than something that was bought, something she's made. And then you leave it up to her. And the fact that she's having babies, no, that's that's something entirely different. Yes, they're a gift, but and if they're all healthy and when they're born, that's a plus for you and Stella, and I hope they do come out to be healthy babies. Um, but you also need to have something that is personal and that's definitely that will make her feel and that she's giving you something she wants. So that's why I say tell her that you would like something that she made, that she's done personally, that something unique, something that nobody could buy for you. And then you leave it up to her. Yeah, but you telling her that is not helping you, because she's going to insist on wanting to give you something. So if you give her kind of a way of saving face, as it's called, it'll help out by saying something that's personal, that type thing. And keeping on insisting you don't want anything is not going to help you out here. You're not going to get far. So you might as well go for what you in. No. Oh, oh, oh. See, your mind went right to the wrong place. No wonder she said no sex. You asked another male. God, you guys are so dumb. Yeah, of course he thought it was hilarious. She didn't think it was funny though, did she? She's like, oh, his mind went right there. God, I can't believe his mind went right there. But I could have told her, yeah, that's where their minds head, right to where you don't need them to be headed. Simple creatures. You're more than simple when you do something like that. you cook your own goose and then you want to figure out why women get upset with you. Well, dear Lord. Well, it's not a big gift. You just, like I said, you just tell her that you want something that she made. And that will kind of get you there. Yeah, but she doesn't want to hear that. She does not want to hear that. And you saying that to her is not helping your cause. You need to be smarter than this. Yeah, but that's what you're giving her too. So you need to do more than cuddle. I like the cuddle part, but I also like to get something special every now and then. That's all my husband would give me is cuddles, then we probably wouldn't stay married very long. But I'm telling you what you can do, and then you leave it up to her. See, leave it up to her. Don't be a dumbass. Uh-huh. Oh, I think this is wrong somehow. I think I got his eyes from here to his eyebrow wrong. Yeah, I do. So I need to bring this down to here. And this to here, same thing. Okay, there, I need to bring this down too. Have that too high up. Just little tiny things can throw everything off. Because this is all, I just told you what you told to tell her. Tell her that you'd like something personal that she's made herself for you. And then you leave it alone. And that way she has something to go from without too much of a problem. Tell her you want something she's made, and then you leave it alone. No, that's not, if she's, oh, God, you know, you got to give her some clues as to something. And the clue is something she's made herself. Don't have to tell her it's a cup. You don't have to tell her anything except, I want something that you made yourself. And then you leave it alone. Well, that's, you're not doing a good job if that's what you think you're doing. Okay? Uh, if you're leaving her hints and she's not picking up on them, you're not doing it. The hints are not working because you're not giving her any really hints. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there you are. This is just black and white today. That's all we're doing. Black and white. No, it's not simple. It's much more complicated, especially when you're pregnant and you might not be in a comfortable mode. You men think, oh yeah, just give me some sex and I'll be happy. But that's not the thing that we always can give you. I am a sex fiend. Just give me sex and I'll be happy. It's basically what you're telling her. Sometimes she's in the mood. And to remember that. There's going to be times when she's not in the mood. I know you think, oh, well, she's always in the mood because I want her to be in the mood. Well, of course not. You shouldn't. But that's beside the point. She asked you what you wanted for your birthday. And you're giving her all kinds of, well, I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I don't, the that kind of thing. And it irritates us. She wants you to give her some clue as to what you would really like, not some kind of hoo-ha. You say, well, I don't want to give you a clue because that would ruin everything. No. That looks weird now. Now, of course you don't. But what I'm saying is that since your mind is always in that mode, she knows that. And that to her is not a gift. That's something that you guys do together. It's something that she enjoys doing with you. It's an activity, not a gift. A pleasure to do with each other. stop thinking it is something, you know, because though you like it, and she does too, it's really not a gift. It's something that's human nature. God, I hope it's part of human nature. We'd be all in trouble if it isn't. Oh, God, you would drive me nuts with that. I would say, look, my belly doesn't need a picture every night. I don't want my picture, I don't want my belly taken, a belly picture every night. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't need a picture every night. Oh, God. No. I swear, sometimes men are weird. He's a really wide mouth. So that's where his eyes, and that's the bead right there. Well, I like kissing too. Kissing's nice. These good kisses are always welcome. But if I want a gift, I want something that's a gift, not something that, oh, that's good. That's a good thing. Oh, that was her. Okay, a Polaroid goes a personal. Yeah, and that's a nice thing, and but that's a gift to her. Gift to the twins after they're born, and they get to be older. It's a gift to them. And that's a nice thing to do. But that the point is of this whole conversation is Stella wants to give you something, something that you will appreciate and love and think about. Um, so you need to think that way rather than how you can drive her crazy. No, a belly is not a best gift. I'm sorry, you've got to get out of that mode. Somebody get on here and tell him I'm right. Somebody besides me telling him, nope, bellies are not gifts. I know you think they are, but they're not. Well, that's fine, but that's not a gift. She's asking to give you a gift besides the babies, okay? Think of something you want besides having these babies. So this is a gift in process. You see, and that's the part you need to make easy. You need to make this as easy for her as possible, not difficult. Huh, an idiot. Total idiot about this. Because you don't want to make it easy on her. And that's the part that you need to make easy, you don't want to. Ah, ah, ah. No, that's, oh, dear, dear God. No, no, no. No. How can I get him to understand this? This is kind of weird. Wait a minute, let's see if I can. Nope, nope. There we go. It's a little straighter. That goes in here a little bit farther, right there. Um, Someone we can protect. Mm. Well, sometimes that's nice, but there's sometimes women like to be the protectors too, and we are much more protective than you might think. So you might want to think about how you want to protect her without taking away her autonomy. A lot of men do that without realizing what you're doing is just pissing us off with your need to protect when we basically don't want you to protect us. We need your protection at certain points in time. But if you're overprotective, all you're going to do is piss us off. And you're good at that for some strange reason. Really good at getting us angry at you. No, you're not in charge. You only think you are. Again, the in charge thing. This is not the 19th century. This is not the 19th century, Adam. So you've got to get your brain into the right century. No wonder she gets you so angry with you and says, sleep on this sofa. Get back on this couch again. No, you're not in charge. I can tell you right now you're not in charge because you sleep on the sofa more than anybody I know. So, you and that sofa have a better relationship than you and Stella do. Or a more intimate relationship. More well, there. Tell her you want a new couch. That should do the trick. Hi, I want a new couch. Okay, mouth comes over to here. That's it. Trying to get that mouth in the right place. Yep, that's it. There you go. More comfortable couch. Okay. If that made her happy, then you've given her a great gift. And let's check that mouth. Mouth, mouth, mouth. Let's see. Those lips are like that. And like, oh, I've got them on there. They're just, yeah, but you're on that sofa a lot. I've never seen anybody sleep on the sofa as much as you do. So I know you're not in charge. You only think you are. And she's the one who determines what happens. See, that's the part you don't understand. You think you're in charge because you're a male, but in reality, you're not. You don't want to argue with her because she's pregnant. You're not going to want to argue with her when she's not pregnant. Um, Need to make this bottom lip a little bigger, I think. And you're not going to want to argue with her when she's not pregnant because you'll be then the mother of your children. See, I already figured out how you think because you give me lots of information to go on. I have a feeling your mother's told you this. I have a feeling your mother has already told you this, right? Not to argue with your wife. Happy wife, happy life. You ever heard that? I think that's why you said your mother and I would be like probably buds. You don't want that. When a woman goes mute and we're not talking, you know we're pissed 50 ways from Sunday. I know you say your mother's really annoying, but I like your mother. I think she's right. She's probably told you a lot of things in life. You don't listen to her because you think, oh, well, I'm the male. I know what's right. I know what's better for me. Oh, and she's like, yeah, you know what's better for you. Uh, and I'm trying to tell you, the way you're treating her, you need to be a little more knowledgeable about how a female thinks, not about how you think. Yeah. I think that's funny. No, we don't overcomplicate anything. You know, you just want to be able to tell us what to do, and we don't go for it, and that's the problem. And we're never going to go for that. You treat us like we've got a brain in our head, you'd be so much better off. You would be, you'd be amazed how easy we're to get along with. And then you're like, oh my God, she's easy to get along with. Yep, we are easy to get along with. We don't complicate your life trying to figure out how to tell us what to do and run our lives. Think about ways that you can empower us and you'll be better off. No, we don't overthink. That's the problem. We're like, yeah, there he goes. He's thinking about how he can tell us what to do, and we don't want to be told what to do. If you stop wanting to tell us what to do, you'd be so much better off. Okay, you're going to give me an example. This should be interesting. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Sewing and knitting. Gives her something to do in the evening. Keeps her hands busy. That's why women do it. Keeps her hands busy. So she's probably been making things for the babies. embroidery, whatever it's called. Okay, yeah. There's that too. There is a thing called embroidery. Not my thing, but some women like doing it. It is a big thing with some. Okay. Not a That's not a bad thing. You can go to her, and that way you'll know, learn how the price of things work. But it's for tools. Yeah, yeah, tools are important. I like tools. More tools, the better. I love tools. I think I told you that one time. I do like tools. I have all kinds of tools. I've got more tools than my husband does. Yeah, because he knew what was smart. He was a smart man. You should have listened to him. Well, that's not such a bad thing if she likes doing sewing and things like that. That makes sense. I don't know if you realize that or not, but it does. It makes much more sense than trying to not buy all that stuff. And finishing up on this for tonight. Okay, wait. We're, well, sometimes you say I'm driving. When you drive, you can park where you want. And since I'm driving, I'm going to park where I can find parking. And that's right here. End of story. It's that easy. Guys, you're making it much more difficult than what it is. I think you're making it more difficult than anything else. Let's see, this here, and then this here, and then here, this here. Okay, and then this comes here, and like there. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? 8, I'm going to stop at 8:30 because I got quite a bit of this done. This is the, just the black and white of this. Well, say, yes, Mom, you gave birth to me, but I'm driving. I'm the one driving, so it'll be where I need to park, where I can see that I have parking available. And when you drive, I'll leave you to where you want to put things. It's that simple. Don't make it more complicated than what it is. She's giving you a hard time because she can. It's that simple. No, she's not overcomplicating things. She's giving you a hard time. You're making it more complicated than what it is. Instead of finding a simple solution, you want to argue with her, and which is kind of like it doesn't get you anywhere. It's very simple. When I'm driving with my husband, he's riding in the passenger seat. He'll say, do this and do that. And after, a few times I did as he told me. And then I realized that his shortcut was not a shortcut. And I said, well, let's make a deal. I said, when you drive, you take all your long cuts that you want to take. I said, when I drive, I'm going to follow the GPS. And that's as simple as it gets. I don't argue with him anymore. And he'll say, well, it'll be shorter if you do it this way. And I'm like, no, not really. And I don't want to do it that way. I'm following the GPS. Just because you know all the back routes doesn't mean that they're shorter. If we had an accident on the Beltway or someplace like that, I could see that being an issue. But since we don't, and we're coming back from visiting my cousins and whatever, I want to get home today or tonight before the sun sets, not when you think would be a good time to get home. Oh, that's cool looking. She wants to get you something. It's not complicated. You just don't want to cooperate, and that's why you think it's overcomplicating things. And like I said, just give her some things that you might like. Say something from that you made yourself will make me happy. That's all you have to do is get me something you made yourself, and then you leave it alone instead of complicating things. Well, you see, you told her you want her. She doesn't want to hear I want you. She knows because guess what? She already knows that you got her and she's got you. So that's not an issue. So the issue is she wants to get you a present. So instead of giving her a hard time about it, just say, well, you can make me happy by giving me something that you've made yourself, something personal that you made with your own hands, and you leave it at that. You're making it difficult, not her. You're the one who's making it difficult. She's not. Because you want to make it difficult. That's the part that I don't understand. No, it still would be a surprise because you don't know what she would make you. She wants just an idea of where your brain is located. And right now, your brain is, well, she knows where your brain is located. That's the sad part. She just wants you to get your brain out of there. There we go. Not necessarily. You're just telling her something she made herself. She could make you a shirt, or she does things in the pottery thing, so she could make you a pot, but then on the other hand, she might not. You're just assuming she'll make you a pot. No, not making things complicated. You're making it complicated and then saying she is. So I don't want to hear this crap. You're make overcomplicating it, not her. She's just saying, give me an idea what you would like. And then you leave it up to her what she wants to do. But you see, that's what you always come back to. And the thing is, you're not giving her any clues or ideas of things that you like. And she wants to get to know you a little better, and all you're doing is acting like a jackass. Just give her some ideas of what she can give you. And don't say sex. But just because you don't like gifts doesn't mean anything. This is something she wants to do for you. So let her do something for you for a change. Is that so bad? You so she wants to give you something and you want to, and whether she knows you like gifts or not is not the point. There we go. That's enough for tonight. I'm thinking about trying to work in encaustic, try to see what that feels like to do these portraits, see what that would look like. It's a light that's hitting his top of his head, and there's a light here. By the way, did I tell you his hair's black? He's got coal black hair. There's a light that's right here. So, doesn't matter. See, you're complicating things instead of helping her out. You've said that before, that I sound like your mom. And you said that's probably why we get along. Okay, that might be the thing she needs to hear. Make me something personal. I want something personal she makes, and yeah, we've been talking an hour and a half for you to finally get it through your head that that's all you need to say to her, and then leave it up to her to find out what she figures you want that she makes. Let me know how it goes. Okay, so there's Johnny. No, you wouldn't. You love us. You would love us. You'd go, oh yeah, there's the people that love me the most, and they put up with all my crap, and because if I had to listen to both of you at the same time, no. Well, you see, she being your mother, I'd let her take the lead. That would be her job since she's your mom. I would say, it's your job, you talk to him, because he doesn't listen to anybody at all. He thinks he knows everything. I got to get my son that. He does listen to me. And he's in his 40s, so. Now, I think I would just say, yeah, he's your son. You tell him what you need. I'm just going to be here listening and see how things turn out. He had really light eyes. He had blue eyes. My Oh, you want to tell me a story? Okay, quickly, so we can. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'm waiting for a story. I might as well fiddle around. Now, is that a, would the Z sound more when you have the Z in front? So it would be Zolt, or would it be Salt or Salt? The Z is stronger. So in this case, it would be Zolt. Okay, well, it sounds like they needed that. Arguing about who should have what. God, I would just turn the television off. I wouldn't hit them, but I would say, here, give me that, give me the remote. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. And now you may both go to your rooms. Because I did that to my daughter and son when they argued over the remote. No sense in arguing over something you're not going to win. No, I wouldn't hit you. And hitting is useless. I would just say I would know what you like the best, and that's what you wouldn't get. That would piss you off probably more than the hitting would, because the hit is over with, whereas the taking away something from you is much more effective. Well, I still wouldn't hit you. I don't think hitting works. It's a personal belief system that I have. Hitting doesn't work, doesn't get you anywhere. So, but because the way I punished my son is that he would have to go up to his room, he'd have to take his toy box out of his room and think about what he did that made me so angry that I would send him to his room. And once he figured it out, then he could come down and explain to me why what he did was wrong. And yep, never hitting. Don't believe in hitting. Don't think it does any good. And okay, you might have thought you deserved it, but you see, I remember my parents were hitters, and I don't remember half the things I got hit for. But I do remember, was it when I was, I'll tell you a story. Every summer I would go up to my uncle's farm, and uh, and I enjoyed the summer there. I could get the egg. I would always collect the eggs in the morning. I would go down with my cousin Teddy and help hook up all the cattle to the milking machines. Then I watch him hand milk one of the cows so that the milk would come to them. That was their milk. And Then we would go up and feed the chickens. And the eggs had already been collected. And I would take them in. And then the rest of the day was mine to do pretty much what I wanted. Because, well, I was a kid, so I could play and have fun on the farm. And I would go down and drive my poor Aunt Clara crazy because they had two bulls there that they would ride, let me get on their backs and they would ride me around the field. And then so one day they had a music room with a piano, and I was decided that I needed to, make some paper dolls, and I got a pair of scissors, and I didn't have anything to set the paper on to cut the paper dolls out with. So I took a pillow and I put the pillow on my lap and I cut out the paper dolls. Well, in the process, I also cut the the cover on the pillow and the pillow itself, so all the stuffing was coming out of the pillow. And my Aunt Clara comes in and she asked me what I had done. And I said, well, I was making paper dolls. I said, I didn't mean to cut the pillow. She says, but you did. And what she did was she did not hit me. She did not yell at me. She did not scream at me, something my mother would have done. And she just looked at me and she says, what you're going to do is repair the pillow. I said, I'm going to repair the pillow. I said, I don't know how to repair a pillow. I'm terrible at sewing. It was like 7 or so. She says, well, this will be good practice for you. So she gave me a needle and thread and had me sew all the pillow back up again. And I can still remember that years and years later. And even to this day, I remember that. After I finished sewing, which was a god-awful sewing job, you would have not believed how bad a sewing job that was. She looked at me and said, well, you learned your lesson. You now know that a pillow does not make a good table to cut out paper dolls and cut out clothing for dolls. I said, yes, ma'am, paper clothing do. And so after that, I never used a pillow to put paper down on to do that. Oh, that's so misogynistic. Oh, oh, I'd smack you for that one. That's the case where a grown woman smacks grown man. On your mother at 11? No wonder. Oh, no, I would wait till you're asleep and then I would dump a bucket of cold water on you. So, see how that feels? Isn't that fun? That's a fun thing, isn't it? No wonder you think the way you do. Gee, it was not hard to convince. Oh, God. Okay. And it's an Eastern tradition. No, you see, the next I'd say you don't go to, you better not go to sleep because payback is going to be good. I don't care. I would be giving you more trouble than you'd ever thought was possible. Oh, man. Uh, uh, uh. She, you poured a bucket full of water, and I would be telling you, you better not go to sleep tonight. If you go to sleep tonight, you don't know when it will be, but I will get my comeuppance on you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boy, would I get my comeuppance on you. Oh, I'd be getting you good. You would never know what hit you. After he talked you into it, then he makes it more difficult for you to escape. Oh, wow. I don't know if that was a good thing. Sounds like jokester time at the old K Corral type thing. So she got back at him too. And then I would tell you, don't go to sleep at night, my son, because you never know when I'm going to attack. And attack I will. You are going to get attacked. No, no, I don't watch things like that. That would be, oh God, that's terrible. Chainsaw Massacre. Ugh. No, they're not my cup of tea. No, never been my cup of tea, those type of things. Oh, no, I never found them all that attractive. Oh, they're terrible movies anyway. Acting pits. What did your stepdad do in the morning since he was a jokester? He probably thought it would be funny to put water on you. Okay, there we go. Oh, he started the chainsaw. Oh, How can I do? Well, some other people stopped in. They didn't stay. Okay. And I got you. Okay. We'll show your new follows. So, okay. Okay, and I start throwing the rocks again. So you got the feeling that you were being attacked by a bear or something like that. Hmm. Well, Adam, it is almost 9 o'clock. It's 5 of 9 o'clock here, and I know it's early in the morning there because you were scared. Of course you were. So, and I have no doubt about that. In some ways, your stepdad was mean. He's in a way he's still being mean. He was being a little on the mean side. So let me close this down for the night. It's dark here now, and I need to get as close to the property. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna end this stream and the recording part of it, and I'm gonna say goodnight to you and head off to uh, my world. Okay. And we thought he was a bear. Yeah, well, I know all about bears because we have them around here too. But it was just him. See, I don't. I think that's a little mean of him. I really do. But that's a personal opinion. Okay. I know he thought he was being funny, but I don't think that's all that funny. Okay, so I'm going to end this session. Um, and I guess I'll see you next Wednesday because you're not coming on Sunday. No, it wasn't that funny. Okay, I'll see you next Wednesday, and we'll finish. Maybe I'll probably finish this up on Sunday, and we'll see what else I'm doing. If you like, I can. I don't know what I'm going to do next after this. I might do my grandmother, the one he was married to that gave birth to my mother. So you might not be around Wednesday. Well, if you are, stop by. I know I will be on Sunday at 10 a.m. here on the East Coast side of the United States. So if you think about it and you're not doing anything, check me out then. Because the 5th is my birthday. Well, that'll be my gift to you. Don't come on. Have a good time. Happy birthday. And oh, Balaton. Okay. Well, that's a nice thing to do. So enjoy your day. and I'll see you the next time you come on. Bye bye.